Guys connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.
You are now tuned into the Mindful Exchange podcast, and Jetta has ingested what? What was it?
A lot of alcohol.
What was it?
Wild turkey.
Wild turkey.
Fentanyl.
Wild turkey.
No.
What was it?
That nigga's on fentanyl.
Sir,
Jim Beam bourbon.
he said he's on fentanyl.
Y'all check the group chat real quick.
Yo.
Bourbon.
How's everybody doing today, though? We're going to start with you, Jetta.
Jetta, how you doing today? Put the camera on you, sir.
Yeah, Jetta.
My week was good.
Your face shiny as a motherfucker.
You just left the beach.
You in the gym tomorrow morning?
You gotta
Jetta-
take me to school.
Skin
Oh, he
oily
got
as
to
a
take you to
motherfucker.
school?
Nigga look clean over there.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he should be
Wednesday?
good, hopefully.
What time does he See, we got to get the info from you so he doesn't like to skip out. So what time does he drop you off at school?
He'll pick me up and we'll leave at around like 7:20. He should
there
get
about
back.
7:50, get there about
Yeah, and then
7:50?
get back like
8:20
8:20-ish.
Oh, that's perfect. That's when Cap gets there about 8:30, 9
About
o'clock.
8:30, that's when I get to the gym. About 8:30.
You need some pre-workout tomorrow? Got you.
Yo, let me give you some advice tonight, son. Drink a full thing of full flavor Gatorade, 2 ibuprofen, you'll be Gucci in the morning.
So my thing is, all I drink is bourbon. I drink straight bourbon.
He gonna come to the gym hungover, breath smell like pepperoni.
I wake up in the morning, the only thing that I feel is like laziness. But I don't have a hangover, I don't have a headache, I don't have none of that.
Well, bro,
do you mean
I'm saying
do you mean
electrolytes.
dragon? Do you mean you don't drink water?
No, I drink water.
Jetta.
Alcohol,
Your mic's not picking up too.
Now he's good. It's gonna pick up. We just can't
I
hear
see,
him.
I see,
Great.
but I definitely drink my water.
Oh, that's
But I don't have a fucking hangover.
Son, you need electrolytes, bro. You
Jetta
need,
BC.
That's gonna be the thumbnail for the
Starting
pod.
off
Look at him. He
bad
about to turn it off right now.
Hey, Jetta, end this shit right now. End it.
Nah, don't do that, bro. Yo, so Hoodie, how was your week? How was your week?
Progress is a process, man, and I'm just down for the process, trying to feel the progression. You know what I mean? Foot getting healed. I'm so inspired of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm so inspired with y'all going to the gym. I can't wait to get back into the gym. But you know, it was like an inch, and now it's like literally it's smaller than the straw right now. So I'm hoping like by the end, you know, like a month or two. I don't want to put a timetable on it, but I'm praying a month or two where I'll be able to be, you know, back.
I was
in a
wondering
shoe
why you
and
weren't at the gym and shit.
Yeah, because if I go to the gym, I'm gonna do the shit that I'm not supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I do chair exercises and shit at home, but it's not the same.
hey, it's better than nothing, though, bro.
Word.
Good shit on that, man. Patience, yo.
But it's definitely,
Patience.
you know, so, you know, I can't complain. Moving forward, that's it.
So that came from doing shit you wasn't supposed to do.
So I had the wound and going to the gym, you know.
You wasn't supposed to do.
Yes.
Okay, so you learned your lesson now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, because y'all was telling me.
Don't try to blame that on me.
No. I'm not blaming. No, I was giving y'all credit. No, I was giving y'all credit because they was like, because they would say.
That's how he was going to the doctor, too. Like, these niggas is putting pressure on me.
They was telling me.
I told you that nigga was light skinned, Cap. I told you.
They was telling me, yo, take it easy. Like, they was telling me that. Marsh was yelling at me.
Yeah, but you did start taking it easy. Like, you started getting on the bike more. And
yeah,
I mean, you can lift without putting pressure on your feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you did some abnormal shit that you wasn't supposed to do,
that was all my fault. I'm taking
snitching.
No, I'm taking 1,000. No, not at all. I'm taking 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? It's all on me.
Let's break HIPAA and let me get your medical records
but this
so I
time,
can get those notes.
Once I get healed, I'm gonna be ready.
He said,
I'm not bullshitting.
Curtis Aaron Poole Cap.
Yeah, I'm not bullshitting no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just taking ownership of all of it. And when it gets healed, nigga, I'm back in there.
Carefully though, like
I'm back in there.
Rush into it,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you made gains that'll never go anywhere. You know what I mean? You just reinvigorate them and re-energize them, and that shit never goes nowhere. It just goes.
And when you get back into your body, it's like, okay, this is familiar.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, I got a prosthesis appointment tomorrow. Talking about the ankle shit and that shit, and slowly but surely everything is
The AI
starting to
ankle,
come.
right?
Yeah, because I gotta pay for that shit.
Shit, nigga.
Hey, what do you think?
You
When
said
I
an
say
AI ankle?
AI ankle.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What is
So
that?
I'm a hack.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, can I say real quick? P, what do you think when he says AI ankle?
Damn.
Pull that mic in front of you too. You can twist that knob right there.
That's just damn near
Ty,
it
see
is.
that circle
Yo,
right
yo,
there?
yo.
Twist it so it loosens the mic for him.
So
Other
you
way,
can
yeah.
pull it a little
So you can
down.
pull it out.
I'd
Like
be very
that?
uncomfortable
Pull it
with a nigga
down.
head that close.
Pull it
to my
down,
face.
P.
Like
Pull
that?
it. Pull it down.
Oh no.
P, he's pulling it
yeah.
right. You just got to work with him to pull it.
Yeah, you pull it. Yeah.
Pull it. Pull it. Pull it.
Pull it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there
then
you
you can
go.
adjust it. And you can twist it so it's more face towards your mic. I know you're used to having big black microphones. You're a rapper.
Oh,
I
we
said
start-
big black microphones in the studio. Nigga, what the fuck?
Light skin hate is real, bro.
You don't like black
Oh,
microphones?
it's getting bad. It's getting bad.
Can you?
Big black microphone.
already?
hey, yo.
If it ain't white, it ain't right. I don't like this shit.
He said, "Fuck that AI ankle, nigga. Let's not talk about it."
And it stank.
Nigga made a song.
Fuck.
But yeah, I don't know what a fucking AI ankle is.
So with
does it like
So with my
correspond
prosthetic,
You
right?
should have let him finish talking.
Go ahead,
on.
Pete.
No, finish up. No, finish.
Now, does it
I want to hear what he gonna say. 'cause
correspond to like what does it like to what you are like thinking at all?
Nah.
Does it,
So
like-
so with my AI ankle, right? So you see, this is my ankle and it's stationary. So
He could tell it to go to the store. It's gonna go to the store, like, and get a pack of cigarettes with a note and bring them back.
but my ankle is
saying?
stationary. So when I walk, it
You
doesn't
got
move.
the note.
But you know how when you go down steps, your ankle moves like this, or when you walk up a hill, your ankle adjusts.
Squirrel
So
pulled
that's
a
what.
note.
So that's what it's gonna
Pull
do.
the
It's
note
gonna
out
be
of his sock.
That sounds dangerous, though. You go down and stare and it slides or something. You can't catch your grip.
Hey, first of all, I'm not fucking with you.
First of all, is this what we're gonna do?
Morris, I'm not fucking with you, Mark. Alright? Both of y'all niggas did this shit.
Yo, I just wasted like $20 worth of Douce, man. I gotta go get a different cup, man.
You spinning
Spit
it?
that shit out.
He said, what'd you say? He gonna put the note is gonna come out the ankle?
He gonna pull a note out of that sock.
My dad said.
My dad said I need 2 packs of cigarettes and a 40-ounce of OE
Make sure
and
they
some starch
100s.
for Aunt Mary.
Last time you gave us shorts, he said make sure they hundreds.
Yo, how many niggas in here got that note? I mean, obviously, sir did.
Mr. Harrison's closed, nigga.
But that note, like your mom sent you to the store with that note, like
Yeah, bro.
I got that. I definitely got that.
I remember I used to go to Harris's and
I'm like, she's like, you're 14. What are you doing?
my mom would send us with food stamps and tell us to get like some penny candy and bring back the change and shit. So we would always get caught up on the
Oh, that's
days
when
we
it was
had
dollars.
school when there would be chicks like in the store and you don't want the motherfuckers to know you had food stamps right before you got to go to school with them. So you try to like play it off like you searching. Harris's is mad little, so it's like you can only search so much.
Word up.
You know what I mean?
Not knowing they got food stamps.
Niggas don't know food stamps used to be cash.
Paper.
Used to be money. Like
Your mother ever tell you to go in the store?
The food stamp card
Got
was a
monopoly
card.
money.
Your mother ever tell you to go in the store and break the 5 and it wasn't the same numbers as the book, so act like you
Yes.
tearing it out?
Yes, bro.
Those was the days, bro.
Or fucking food stamps. That shit's funny. as
Shit,
shit.
Marsh, how was your week, man?
Long.
I mean, you gotta all right. You gotta AI summarize it so it's real, but kind of not real at the same time.
It was long. I had to go to a third world country, save a POW. We made it back safe and sound.
Nephew smuggled him across the border in his belly button.
Yeah, it was
Hold up. We gotta keep this moving, man.
Fire.
And we gotta. I was curious how he was gonna explain this. You know what I mean? And he did it perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So skip me.
No, we're not gonna skip you. We just gonna keep it moving after he's done.
We can't skip you, nephew.
But let's get through this, grown man.
Yeah, but
Now,
besides
Marshall,
that,
how was your
yeah, besides that, man came back. Dell turned 8 years old.
Happy
on the- on the
birthday
first-
to the young
shout out Dell.
man.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Dell.
birthday, boy.
Looking like
birthday.
you're 13.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I seen a picture of memory popped up from last year to this year. It's insane how the difference, but
height, weight, muscle content.
Yo,
his body fat is like 0.
It's insane. He got handles now. I call it, what's up, handles? He got the little love handles.
No, he don't.
He always got his shirt off in the house. He ran by the other day. I said, damn, handles. The top of his tighty whities is tight, so I got to give him some bigger draws. And shit.
Yo, did you? I was looking at when I did the poster. Did old buddy give you the basketball poster?
Yes, that was
Yo,
dope, yeah.
when I did the poster,
He
I'm
liked
looking.
it too.
I'm
He
like,
liked that
I said,
shit too.
damn, that boy getting
Look,
big.
Look. We're gonna stay on track though.
Dad, give me a root beer.
Yeah, but besides that, it was cool, man.
P, you
Hung
gotta
out with the
chill,
family. Cook a little something. Friday was supposed to go fishing. Didn't really do much fishing. But it's in the crib, man. It's been raining, but I can't complain. We blessed. So I'm happy everything turned out the way it did. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's all about family. As long as the family's good, then
That's real shit, man.
then we good. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
nephew.
you. Appreciate
You already know, baby. You already know. Nephew.
What's happening, Chief?
With them curls in the back, in the front, and the sides.
She go to bars, nigga. I gotta get on my light skin shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How was your week, brother?
Chico de
Good, man. My week's been fantastic.
What you said? Fat-tastic.
Nah.
Yo,
Chico de That's his song, Chico de Large. It's called
wrong for that.
Fantastic.
Fantastic,
That's
bro.
his single.
Do y'all be writing this shit down?
Nah,
It's just be off the top.
off the head.
Yeah, it be off the head, bro. It's the
Okay.
comedians and they
How was your week though?
good, man. I'm in such a good mental place, bro.
You want to expound on that real quick if you don't
It's
mind?
just everything's good in my life, bro. I'm
Like the food or
everything.
How's your cholesterol?
the cholesterol,
You found a new seasoning for his
blood
tater
pressure,
tots.
nigga said I found some
The
some
job,
bird
all-
eggs in the
all that
tree the
shit.
other day. And I just ate them and they were good.
That was good robin protein.
Like
They're like M&M's.
You gotta eat robin eggs.
that's fucked up. Yeah, you got a sandwich bag full of blue eggs.
Yo, they're looking like Cadbury
Yo, the
eggs.
Easter bunny dropped these in a basket by my
What the
house.
fuck is you doing,
Got a
bro?
bunch of Cadbury eggs.
This nigga out there eating baby sparrows and shit. Fuck out of why the fuck you little nigga in Elmira with woodpecker eggs? The fuck you fucking up the woodpecker population, nigga.
DEC all concerned and shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's just in.
3 different species. I didn't even know them motherfuckers was around here like that.
He said he ate a whole species.
These eggs got me feeling great.
Woodpecker
This
eggs.
nigga, bro,
I don't know what these proteins
bro,
got.
this nigga March is waiting for y'all to ask me the question.
Sir, how was your week?
This nigga Marsh had that shit saved, bro.
Sir,
He
how
had
was
it
your
saved.
week?
God.
Yo,
Man, this
y'all-
skip, man. I didn't get to say my week.
You did say
You did say
I tried to say
No,
it.
he didn't. I got to defend him. He
Say it
did.
again,
Because
say
as
it
soon as he
again. I'm
said
sorry.
it, Pete
I'm sorry.
drilled his ass. And then it was just an avalanche of fuckery.
my week was big and oblong.
That nigga said I blow.
How was your week, good brother?
Called me obtuse, nigga. That's crazy.
Seem like you're really happy though,
Good,
man. Like good
man,
space,
I'm fucking
man.
ecstatic, bro. I'm in a place where mentally I don't give a fuck, bro. What the fuck is going on right now?
Over there, they got Bun diddly diddly dee. Now that he found love, what is he gonna
Listen, I was trying not to laugh, but he called him a shape or some shape. This nigga said I was obtuse. I'm not sure if he knows.
What
That's why I can't let y'all rest it. Before when I wasn't here, I told y'all I wanted to kick a hole in my TV because nobody would hold nobody accountable. I can't let that rock.
I do know what
What's your definition of obtuse?
we listen and we don't
You think
judge.
obtuse is a shape?
I know what obtuse means. Now.
Okay, all right.
Stop playing some train.
Let that man finish.
He's not a cute. We know that.
That nigga Cap took the hat off, bro. That's crazy.
Oh damn, Jetty!
Yeah, that shit was shining though.
Jetty said, I'm gonna get some payback, nigga.
Nigga did
My
the
bad,
close up.
bro. My bad.
He zoomed in and everything. He
bad.
said, "Fuck your hairline, nigga."
He
My
did it
bad.
before that nigga even finished talking.
Nigga said he was with P. Diddy and got that baby oil.
That shit wasn't even aimed at you. That's my bad. That's my bad, bro.
No, you know what? We gotta get. All right.
know what? Just skip and go to sir.
Sir, how was your week, sir?
Can't get over that.
Shine, Jesus, shine.
Jesus Christ is my nigga.
My week was good. You know, it's just normal. Back to school after Greece. It was sleep schedule's been better. Going to sleep early, waking up early. It's good.
Talk your shit, man. After Greece, talk your shit about Greece.
I mean, there wasn't really a lot to talk about other than there's a lot of people. I walked a lot. I had a lot of steps that whole week. A lot.
But the people was like a lot of tourists. You was in, or was you get to mess with the locals at all?
Nah, not really. I mean, somewhat, yeah.
I know you went to Greece and ate McDonald's. That kind of made me mad, bro.
Well, I also ate at a couple restaurants. I mean, we had
Some Greek
they
shit.
yeah, they let us walk around throughout the day, and there were restaurants out there that we could just go and get food.
You know, to
during,
those
like, our
that's never
lunch.
been in other countries, when you go to McDonald's,
bro. Here we
they
go,
have
bro.
other country food in McDonald's.
We
Just
get
to
it,
let you
Hoodie,
know.
we get it. You went to
Yeah.
China, nigga. We
I'm just
get
trying
it.
to let you know.
We fucking get it.
China, Thailand,
We talking about
Amsterdam,
his
France.
trip, not your trip.
Let me ask you a question real quick, sir. Like the architecture,
the
how was
fuck
the
up.
buildings and stuff over there? Were they a lot different? than over
Yeah, they're a lot different. They're not like over here at all. They're mostly like all together. So it's like I might have a picture of it.
A
I don't know.
It's like a project.
So it's kind of like on the, like we have houses on hills, but they're not like compact. Like you won't have a house right here and then right next to it another one. It's like you got more space.
Okay.
But
but
out there,
they're
you
right on top of
don't
each
at
other.
all.
It's not like that.
It's more. There's a lot more houses that I see. Like here, you know, you'll have some space, some yards. You go in there, no yards, just buildings. In the cities, it's just straight buildings. Like
Were
even
the people nice?
How was
Yeah.
the bitches, bro?
You're asking. A
listen, if you want to
underage
find
kid
out,
how the
get
girls
yourself
work.
a passport.
Damn.
Oh, talk that shit, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can't be
Talk
trying to
that
get
shit,
someone
sir.
for you, man.
Talk that shit, sir.
Sir, 25, nigga.
My bad. Nigga. I did not mean to offend you.
Talk that shit, sir.
Hey, but other than that,
By the
other
way,
than
fuck
Greece,
you,
it was good. Getting back in the gym was great. Nothing really fell after that week, so I did get.
Was you worried that your numbers would fall a little bit?
They didn't fall at all though.
I was the same way, bro.
When I came back, actually my bench went up again.
That's crazy.
I think 115 now.
You think it's from resting or?
I think resting.
Gotta be.
Did you hit a gym in Greece?
No, I thought there was gonna be one in the hotel, but there wasn't, and there was nowhere out there that I could just go and find. But
This testosterone is at an all-time high, bro. At his age.
I'm about to buy some, man.
Word, son.
Nigga. Yo, Walmart got that shit on aisle 3, bro. You can go.
you
buy it right
you
now.
know the aisle?
That's why he's
bro.
shaped the way he is. He got testosterone from Walmart.
From the auto department.
Yeah, all
Bro,
about the batteries.
it's right there, bro. It's right there.
By the batteries.
Fuck.
Talking about made in China.
Right there.
They don't put it on the shelf. It's in a brown box on the top shelf.
Yeah, you can't see it. Nigga.
No
It's right there
label
next
on
to-
it.
Shit got water
It's
stains.
just a brown box.
Shit got water stains on the
bar-
box.
a
that shit
barcode
literally
with
say
one number.
testosterone, nigga. It's right there. That shit right next to Marsh's teeth. It's right there.
Wow.
Exact location.
P, how was your week, man?
I had a good week, man. Fucking with y'all in the gym.
Tell the people about your
315.
PRs,
Hitting
man.
new
You hit
plateaus.
some lifetime PRs.
At 45, you know, I hit something I never hit before. 315 on the
Little crack. Little crack.
So,
Yo, can we get a hand clap for that, Jetta?
Little crack.
God damn.
lower back as well, hitting. You know what I mean?
Yo, y'all ain't even catch that,
deadlifting,
huh? He said I hit something I ain't never hit,
Hit
before. I
before.
said a little crack.
Oh, nah,
He said
damn.
clap for that, Jeff.
I thought you said clap.
That's the light skin war, bro.
Damn.
That's that couch
Yeah,
is
I got
light
Niggas on that
skin.
shit.
Wait till we ask Cat about this week.
Damn.
I don't
Got
give a
you.
fuck, nigga.
But anyway, you know, it was been a
about to
good week,
leave.
man. Shit. I got a interview. I got an interview Wednesday, so everything is good, man.
dope,
Good
man.
luck with that, too,
Yes, sir.
man.
Everything is good.
And congratulations on your progress, man. I'm
And
gonna be
hope you
real.
do
I
that
gotta
job.
dig into you, no Diddy right now, and no Shannon Sharp.
Word up.
Because
No
every
shay-shay.
No
every time I
shay-shay.
be trying to push you to do some shit, right? You be trying to debate and like, no, because I don't feel comfortable. I gotta warm up. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. But I'm so analytical. I've been sizing you up the same way I've been sizing everybody up that I ever worked out with. The same way you was pushing me, Marshall. I told them like the way I got my bench and all that shit up is because he was pushing me to do the same shit. Where I would be mad scary with shit, But he would be like, nah, bro, you got to do this and do that. So I finally just started testing shit out. So I see the same shit in you, whereas you want to argue and debate, but every time, it hasn't been disproved yet. Every time I said you was going to hit some shit, you did it easy. Not just you did it easy. Would you disagree?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused, dude.
That nigga said no.
I know what he mean. He's agreeing.
I know what you're saying.
You did it easy.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you is my whole point,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
Because you surprised your motherfucking self. I
Hell
see it in your face, bro.
I just want to motherfucking make sure. I don't want to be discouraged.
Right. Yeah.
So if I don't hit something, then I'll be like, damn.
That's part of the game of being a warrior, though. You are supposed to challenge yourself to the point you're going to fail.
Of course.
Failure is part of it. If you're afraid to fail, that means you're afraid to progress, bro.
I ain't
Real
never,
shit.
Yeah, I ain't
It
never
takes
afraid.
L's to get W's.
We
bro.
done got under some shit that I done failed under, and it didn't fuck me up. I was like, I'm glad I had safety with me because it would have been a wrap. But that was the exciting part, to know that I was safe, able to push it in a way that I couldn't if I was by myself.
Yeah,
and I'm there with you, and I'm excited to see where you're gonna go with the shit my motherfucking self. That's why I'm like, let's push it, because that's what you want for yourself, not because that's what I want for you.
That's a fact.
But I'm proud of you though, man.
Thank you.
Because you ugly and the weights is moving, and
Why you ugly? Light skinned nigga?
and he be flexing.
Oh, they just throwing shots at us like
Light skin hate is real.
Y'all the most aggressive motherfuckers on the planet.
Light skin hate is real,
Who?
bro.
Light skins.
No, we ain't. Nigga.
Yes, you are.
What is that?
It's dark skin.
I throw like one shot every 8 episodes. I don't know.
Sir, you
how
fronting
I'm
right
aggressive.
now. You say something every episode.
Most
but
of the
you're good
time,
at, like,
he throws shots at light skinned niggas.
oh,
I'll
yeah,
throw
yeah,
shots
you're
at
right, you're
everyone.
right.
That's not even dark skinned niggas.
Anyone can get it. They rated E.
Hey.
What's up with your pod, though?
We're not gonna address the fact that Pooh's over there dressed like he's
No.
butt naked right now.
What's up with
Dad.
Yo, Jetta, you all right over there? That man, he put it on all 3, so he didn't even have
Hey,
to
listen,
change.
all I gotta say is I'm
That
driving
nigga Jetta
home
went to
today.
sleep.
gangster?
Damn.
You should
Yo,
run his pockets. How you,
can't
P,
do
how
that.
was your week other than that, though, like, with the kids and all that?
Kids is good, man. Kids is getting big. Kids is good. You know, I'm sick of them niggas.
I feel you.
FTK.
A little shit.
Word up.
I agree.
But is it anything better?
Talking about cook me some breakfast.
I literally went and grabbed
You
my
cooked
girls
it, though,
this
didn't
morning.
you?
I did.
What
I-
age is that?
I ain't gonna lie. My daughter, 14, she made breakfast the
What age is
last
that?
2 days.
Oh, my kids is 8 and 4. My youngest about to be 5. You know, but that's the little ones I'm
They
talking
rule
about.
your world
Listen,
until they don't.
tough.
You know what I mean?
One about to be 18, one
Yeah,
about to
I
be
guess
16,
Ty.
and a
Ty,
4.
how was your week?
Oh, my bad.
Ty
Nah, you good.
Boogie.
How was your week?
It's been blessed. You know what I mean? I just
Amen to that.
You a guest, so we need you to expound on everything. Let us know what's going on, man. This is our
Word up.
therapy
But
session.
make
Now
sure you
you're
tell me your
invited
hat
into-
size, too.
hey, we ain't worried about that.
13.
You know what I mean?
Don't let them come at you like that.
At
We ain't-
all, Ty.
like I
Don't
said,
take
I
that
ain't worried
shit.
about that. Like I said, we stay blessed over here.
Word.
Yeah, you know.
So, you know what I mean? I'm doing good, man.
Hey, bro, I know I just met you. I ain't mean to cut you off, man. But usually I'm more attentive than this. And he's talking about your hat size, and I'm having to look around at people, you know what I'm saying, their hats and shit. And I happen to look to my left, and I just realized this nigga ain't got locks no more. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man.
What happened? Car accident?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you.
What happened? We don't need. Matter of fact, let the man finish. We're
I
gonna get
bought
us
him,
right.
nigga. I bought him, nigga.
Ty,
Yo,
right?
Yo, I bought him.
Continue, please, sir.
I bought them shits, nigga. You know,
Fuck.
turn
Put on
up.
the next dog.
Nigga bought them shits. Find out.
Next dog.
Yeah.
Let the man finish, please.
Yeah, man. I'm
That
just.
wig.
Nigga, you the one that interrupted him. What the fuck do you mean let him finish?
You just interrupted him, nigga. Let him go.
This growing as a man and a father, man, you know, and figuring out this journey of being a father, raising 17-year-old, about to be 18, 60-year-old,
Yeah.
4-year-old about to be in June, and a newborn son here in June. So
Can I ask you a
bro.
question? Do you mind expounding on what we discussed out front? I don't want to get too much into your personal world on air, but just because we had really dope conversation about your progression and things of that nature, and you know why you feel blessed about how much you've progressed in life, like, do you care to expound on that as far as like any of it?
I mean, I'm an open book. I mean, everybody out here, I'm very well known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People know of me, see me around, see
Yeah.
where I come from, and my struggle.
Yeah.
now being where I'm the father who I became, you know, and advocate for my kids.
Beautiful.
You know, the support that I give my family and household, financial gains, and I take care of my children by myself.
That's beautiful, bro.
You know, like everything. There's no help. I do this. You know, so being a father and being a mixed black father, you know, and taking care of my kids, can't nobody out here say anything different. So that's what we live by and try to grow every day and figure out how I can change from my old crash out self to being a positive, productive citizen and father now.
Can you expound upon
This nigga.
He ain't never used that word in his life.
We all looking at him like, nigga, where that come from?
Can you please?
Go ahead. I'm gonna send the invoice later, nigga.
I've said way
I'm just
bigger words.
playing. Go ahead.
That nigga uses fat
All y'all dark
GPT.
skinned niggas.
This nigga said,
Yo.
this nigga said,
Nah, hold on. Go ahead, Neff. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead. What was you about to get into?
I know his dad. I know his dad personally. Spent a lot of time with the dude. So I was gonna say, can you expound on like the relationship you had with your father that made you become the person that you were or are?
All right, so, you know what I mean, I'm real and I speak the truth, you know what I mean, and I'm not going to speak ill of those that are no longer here, you know what I mean, but I'll just say what I've learned from the absence of my father and what wasn't taught and what, you know, he wasn't there to be is what motivated me to make sure that I'm going to give my kids exactly what they needed, and I needed to be the one to break the change and cycle of family and fatherhood.
Dope.
So that's what my story is as far as like every year is to make more money to last. You know, I'm finally to making 6 figures and comfortable.
Dope.
You know what I mean? If we go back and anybody who know me from school days, whatever, everybody know, hey, they had it out for me. My future was painted to be in prison, you know, or an addict, you know, so I'm here.
So it's basically the shit your dad did taught you how to be a better pops.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, everything's not a negative. You know, I accept it for what it is. Everybody has their trauma that they go through. It's for us and for the father in us and the man in us to, we're going to make this different. Who's going to be the one that's going to step up and say, hey, I need to give my kids something that I didn't have. My older two, I've made mistakes. I've had kids at a young age, 18 years old, you know, and I've grown with them. They've never woken up a day without me. I've been here every day. Everybody that's known me, seen my kids in gyms with me, playing at the NABE. My first day at the hospital with my firstborn, she was at the NABE at Ernie Davis.
You had a 1-day-old playing ball at the NABE?
We was there. She was in the stands. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So-
okay, nigga. You said like
Damn, Joe Jackson.
Nah, bro. You know what I mean?
Bitch, you about the ball
So,
now.
Nah, they've been around. I've always, nobody's seen me without my kids.
Tyshawn Ball.
That's what it is.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
So
Thank you for pulling up today too.
Yeah,
man.
definitely. I seen what y'all been doing, and I see, you know, like it's posting on my thing, friends and family. You know, we've all gone back, and there's no ill feelings or love towards anybody, and we out here to support.
Real shit, man.
Great energy, bro.
Yeah.
Quest, how was your week, sir?
Fuck that nigga, man.
My week, man, all I can say is I just been chasing uncomfortability, bro. Because what's on the other side of that is strength. And I've leveled up my cold shower therapies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm even chasing that, bro. Like,
Expound.
How cold, brother? How cold? You got a
cold,
thermometer?
like I used to.
You should get a thermometer and test it. See how cold you can.
Nah,
really
it's
get.
the shit that make you
Quest,
flinch up.
just be
nigga.
honest. You be in the back. He go in there and beat off in the cold shower. That's how that nigga be doing. He be like,
Nah, bro, I don't waste my testosterone, nigga. My discipline is on a whole nother level right now, bro. Like,
did that
I'm
come from?
operating.
Nah, but that cold shower shit. One of my homeboys, Jay, he does the cold bath where he gets in the bath.
I got that too. Yeah, my
that
wife
shit,
got me
he-
an ice tub. I'm
Yeah,
about
he
to
be
be
talking
using
about that
What's
shit.
the hold on, but like G shit. What's the benefits?
Inflammation.
Of the cold shower?
It decreases
Recovery.
inflammations, recovery, fat burning. It also increases your dopamine. The feeling that you get from getting nice and saucy, I get that shit from taking a hot shower and turning that shit brick cold and staying under that shit for
You do
3
have
minutes.
to be. Some people have to be careful with that because a certain level of inflammation is actually good for
Definitely,
your body's
yeah.
immune response, and if
yeah.
you don't have that, your body won't operate correctly.
I can't do that because like
You can't get
Nah,
in the,
you
can't get in the
shower.
tub?
No, the
How'd
cold
you know?
water.
You'll never be
That
uninflamed.
nigga gotta.
He gotta.
He'll put a
nigga will
tablespoon
never
of
be
water and one
unflamed.
ice cube.
Hold up, bro. Hold up.
Fuck both y'all.
That
Just
nigga
get
would
in the
never
tub.
be uninflamed.
He stays with the
That's
itis.
a superpower.
Nephew-itis.
He can give you
Yeah,
some
that's what we
information.
doing.
Inflamed man.
That's what we doing.
I ain't fucking.
That
I don't want
nigga.
no smoke.
Not
He's a
to cut you off
constant
real
hot
quick.
potato.
No, let Quest finish though, man. How was your week though,
wanted to say one
Quest?
quick
Let's get
thing.
it. Oh, go do your
Ty,
thing,
what you
bro.
got?
That just want to make a shout out to myself though, as far as this journey in this year. We talking about health. You know what I mean, I was at 276 diabetes level almost.
Damn.
Liver kind of messed up from fatty liver, and I'm down to 219 as we stand right now.
How does
Congrats.
your liver stand now as opposed to that?
The
Salute, bro.
the levels right now, I just have some things.
More healthy as opposed to.
They're high right now still, just from going from the recovery and the weight loss part. So I have to wait for the
Body to catch up.
healing process and for it to get done.
Yeah.
But it's still no worries right now as far as.
What's the physical
being
difference
said.
that you feel now, as opposed to being heavier?
Besides your joints.
Yeah.
I'll say just energy, and I'll say even mental clarity in a sense.
Yeah.
You don't feel as cloudy and whatnot. So, having the motivation of younger kids coming into the world, that's what made me had to.
Yeah.
Hey, got young ones. I'm trying to reach
Trying to be there for them.
some time with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
my
Mark.
bad. I didn't want to cut you
Nah,
off on
you
that.
good,
So
bro.
Yeah,
know,
Marsh, you
yeah.
got something to say about that?
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's what's up, man.
Asshole.
Health is wealth, baby.
Nah, but other than that, bro, I just been chasing, uncomfortability, period. So like I was saying about the showers, I start out with a warm shower, then end with a cold. Started out with 1 minute, then 2 minutes, then now I'm just jumping in that motherfucker already semi-cold.
How hard was it to ease into it in the beginning?
It was. I was chasing the difficulty of it. Like I wanted to go through that shit. Like
That's how you're primed.
yeah,
That's warrior shit.
yeah, like now and then today I was like, man, fuck that. I'm starting cold and I'm finishing cold, and that's what it is from here on out. Like I just been making leaps and bounds with my complete health journey and lifestyle. It's not even a journey no more. It's just who I am.
That's a different level of dedication because like that cold water takes your breath away, bro. Like when that shit hits your back, bro.
I'm
that
a
shit,
bitch ass nigga.
Bro,
when
it's
it
just
comes to
well,
literally like, oh.
well,
like,
you start
turn
it.
into a hose.
Well, you don't start it off on brick cold though.
You turn it to a hose.
No, you don't start it off on brick cold. I mean, you start it off on cool to
But
where.
what it sounds like though is you're getting there to where you can start that bitch on brick.
Yeah, I mean, but
Even when
that's
you go
the.
from hot to cold.
But it's the discipline though. I'm chasing
That's what I'm saying.
uncomfortability. Like
That's what I'm saying.
because I'm uncomfortable
You're
all
learning,
the time.
learning how to control your breathing
It's a
when you
different
get
level
you know
of
what I mean,
discipline.
and,
It's a whole
and
different
calm
level.
your
Isn't
mind
that
because you
the
get
first
hit with
thing
that
that
cold water,
happens?
shock.
Your
Yeah,
breath?
You also-
your breath.
go.
Yep.
Your breath,
I be
yeah.
in a.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And
You
then
start
you gotta
panicking
control
and
it.
shit.
You gotta control it and bring it down and control it, and then you feel like imagine starting off your day doing something
I just
hard.
seen that you called me an
You know
hour
what I'm
ago
saying?
too.
What's crazy is I didn't even know that you was doing that shit.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to jump in that bitch and get oh fuck, nigga. Oh my god. That first shit that you get when the cold hits you. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to get that out of the way.
That's a lot of area to cover.
You know what I mean?
A lot of practice to do.
Yo, I'm telling you,
It's
yo.
gonna be months of practice.
Wide range shower head.
the rain head.
That's one of the. That's a sprinkler system.
So what you jumping in too?
I was just saying.
Oh, hold up.
I know it's hard to
Before
jump in.
we
Let
move
Quest
on,
finish.
I want to show my gift from Hoodie. You know what I'm
What we
saying?
got
I'm about to
there? What we
rock
got
this
there?
shit at work, fam.
Fuck hoodie.
Daddy's home.
Oh shit, you ain't nothing, boy.
Yo, he about to beat the shit out of you.
Nah, he about to beat the shit off
You
himself.
got,
when
you
he get
gotta
home.
walk that
crazy.
up. Quest,
He don't
walk that
let
up to the
He
camera.
don't
They
let
gotta see that shit.
He don't let nobody see him.
You seen it?
He don't let nobody see him, but he like them motherfuckers back in the day that be lashing themselves with the whips and shit. He be back home,
He
nigga.
was a
Like,
house nigga.
Yo,
He was a house nigga. That's all it was.
Daddy's
Not
home.
Pete.
that's dope, man.
John was a house nigga.
That's
all
dope.
it was.
Yo, Cap.
he know he
How was
fucked
your
up.
week, brother?
He know he done fucked
Hey,
up.
fellas.
right,
Check, yo, Quest, were you finished? I think that was good, right? You showed Daddy's home. Let him know.
That's a dope ass sweatshirt too.
Yo,
I like
That's
the color.
hard.
I like the color.
I'm a
Cause
gang.
Daddy.
Wear that shit in the house though, bro. Until we know it's safe outside. You know what I'm saying?
He said he about to wear it to work.
I'm
If
wearing
you
that
call
shit.
me, I'm pulling up. Like, and we, you know what I mean?
He gonna go to work.
Go get a
He gonna
Christmas
go to work and get a
sweater, though.
promotion.
I'm just giving good advice, bro.
He gonna wear
We
that shit to
don't-
work and get a promotion.
Hey,
They gonna give him the day
niggas
off.
better mind their goddamn business.
Couple more
nigga.
dollars.
Yeah.
That ain't an ugly Christmas sweater shirt.
He at the right place for that shirt. He be all right.
Hey Cap, how was your week,
He's
brother?
in the right place.
How was your
He
week?
be all right.
My week it's one of the most challenging weeks that I've ever had in my 44, almost 45. Actually, I'll say 45 because on the 12th I'll be 45.
Coming
So
up
it's
fast,
been,
baby.
yeah, it's one of the
Coming
most,
up
if
fast.
not the most challenging week I've ever had, and I've been through a lot of shit in my life. This wasn't a self-induced difficult week. It's one of those that you can't predict, and you just gotta rise to the occasion and pray that your ducks are lined up in a row. And this week has helped me to understand that it's important to keep people around you that actually give a fuck about you, because you can't conquer the world by yourself.
Facts.
And that's just how it is. So I feel like I'll never be the same after this week. I feel great. I feel strong. I feel motivated, confused like a motherfucker, but hopeful as fuck. More hopeful than I've ever felt. Just because some shit that I couldn't see happening in a good light actually happened through dedication, determination, and the rest of the world feels conquerable. Straight up.
Facts.
Real shit. So I feel great, man. I feel great.
Did it feel good to
Sure.
have
And Marshall,
people-
thank you. I appreciate you 1,000%.
You already know, bro.
I
You
know.
ain't gotta thank me.
I
That's
know
what-
you was
that's
gonna
what
say that.
family for, nigga.
I
That's
know
it.
you was gonna
That's
say
it.
that, but just let me do this because this is gonna be
Okay.
documented for life.
I'll let you
I done
do it.
dropped on my knee at the gym,
But you
like
know I don't-
my nigga,
that
just
shit
being
makes me
funny,
feel
but at the same,
uncomfortable.
I know, but this is documented. Like you helped me to save my fucking child, bro. There's no way I won't rub this shit in. Like, we was on the front line in the trenches, my nigga.
That shit was crazy, man.
It was. We can't even explain the situation.
We'll never be able to. Even,
Never.
Even if once the dust really settles.
It's
I mean,
almost impossible,
it's
bro.
different. It
Even
was
when
different.
you were explaining it, you know
Different
what I mean. I'm visualizing what you're saying.
There's no
but I'm
way I
trying
can
to-
do it. I
but I'm
literally
trying-
have to sit down with a therapist and somebody else, like a stenographer, that was taking down the notes. So my brain wasn't concerned with having accurate note taking, while a therapist was forcing my brain to dive into the detail, because there's so much intricate detail that is important. I'm highly intelligent, high function, right? There's no way I can do it without a team around me to help me to break it down properly. It's not even possible. I know that. It was that difficult, and we got it done. Shout out to nephew Trey.
Or
Yeah, we got it done, man. Yeah, I pray no parent ever has to feel powerless over keeping their child alive, and then being on the other side of the world or the country, because that is the fucking craziest feeling I have ever felt. Because I'm a warrior. I'm kamikaze for mine. I say it all the time.
man.
So if it was local, it's going down. But
made you think different.
yeah, it rearranged my
It
brain.
made you do things. It made you,
Step outside.
yeah, be a person that you didn't know you think you could be.
Yeah.
So with Marsh going with you and with all the support you had back here, did it make you
Every word, every sentence, every prayer. I mean, I'm saying literally. It's not just being figurative or like, oh, it sounds good. But every time niggas said, yo, I'm praying for you, hold your head, it's gonna be all right, you doing what you gotta do. You don't know where the fuck I was at when that happened. You know what I'm saying? So that shit literally, because every second of it was a challenge. There was no breaks. Sitting on the toilet taking a shit, there was no breaks.
Or
Yeah.
now I think about it, bro. Yeah.
There was no breaks.
You know that, but you know that's just
Fuck.
what Ty said, and what we always talk about too. You know the path of a real father, making the sacrifices that need to be made, no matter the situation, no matter what is going on. Whether you know, in the difficult times are the excuse me, the difficult times are the times where we have to show up the most, because it's easy to show up to the games. Yeah. It's easy to show up to the award ceremonies, to celebrate the victories. That's fucking easy. You know what I mean? But to show up when you gotta make heavy sacrifices just to even show up, to not even know if you're gonna be able to be effective when you get there, but just to be there, to say, you know what,
Marshall, did I call you or did you call me?
I called you.
So when he called me, I think I was on the toilet or in the bathroom, or I was already crying and shit, slightly. But when he started asking me what was going on, I broke down so heavy that I couldn't finish my sentences.
Yeah, nigga, I thought
he was
the
like,
worst,
what
nigga.
the fuck is going on? I said, I was trying to tell him, but physically, this is the shit I'm telling you, like, I'm a warrior, I'm tough. But physically, my body couldn't finish the sentences because it was that heavy.
Nigga, I thought the worst, nigga.
He just think warrior has to do with that.
You
though.
said I got
That's
it.
something
When
that you're
I
not
seen
prepared for.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
You can't prepare for any of that. So it's like, to be blessed the way that I was blessed, like he pulled up. By that time, I think I was on the front porch, and him and my neighbor from across the street, I think my neighbor just seen me on the front porch like crying, and he's not used to that. Marshall pulled up. He said he seen the way Marshall pulled out the car. He was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but
I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Even in a fucked up situation, because when you sent the text message in the group, I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute. First thing I thought, I'm about to call, and the other one came, I got to save my son. So I'm calling.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm literally at Elmira Free Academy, the old academy, watching Delmar at his first swim thing. I'm literally around the corner. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I call him, yo, and I hear him breathing. I'm like, I'm right around the corner. I'm literally, even if I didn't have a car, I can run to you in less than 3 minutes. Right. And when I got there, it was like, fuck. So that was, whoever created me put me in a position
to be there where you needed to be.
To have to be, be there fast enough. I ain't never seen this, man. It took everything in me to hold that shit down. When I seen him on the porch, I was like, that's not my bro. I done seen him cry before. He done seen me cry, and just to see that. And pulling up, and when I seen him on the porch, that's the worst. That's all I thought. I said, one of them are gone. I said, one of my nephews are gone. Yeah. Everybody got to die.
Yeah. Can I say that? I'm glad that you didn't have to go through that, though. Because I seen that to see the effects, because my mom lost my sister that was born after me, a year and 5 days after me, through the SIDS. You know what I mean? That lifetime devastating.
I can't say that I know as a parent to lose a child, but I can say
I'm saying
the death that I've experienced in the last 7 to 10 years has been so extensive. You know, like my mother, 2 nephews, and I was sitting right here while they're working on one nephew that I figured I could help, or they were actually helping. Like, the traumatic shit that I've seen has been so extensive. Then Delmar, and then watching my brother. My brother made me sit down and videotape him for over an hour, and I still have the tape that I haven't been able to watch.
And it wasn't like it's been years in between.
Nah.
Boom, 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 boom.
And not to minimize your experience at all. I'm just saying, like, the trauma has been, it's been a lot. And then I don't think I actually allowed myself to heal from any of that trauma to the best of my ability. I think I was just holding on to it and saying, you're going through trauma. It's okay. People go through shit. No, my nigga, you had to go through some shit even worse to accept that. You have to get over that shit.
That goes to mental health then, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I had to take serious on, how I used to be such a crash out. You know what I mean? I have to actually go deep inside myself to be like, I need help. Yeah. So I finally went and got the help, and now I've been able to actually function where I need to and be more calm and think things through and not be so reactive.
You know where to master your emotions where need be.
Right.
In certain situations, now you can master those emotions. You can think before some situations, and I still need help. Sometimes I'll be like, man, fuck this, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I've learned the other day, like I said before, my brain has like matured into something. Yeah. And it was the other day, my wife, something had happened, and I said, baby, listen, I'm gonna hang up the phone right now. I love you. Hung up the phone, and I went home and I sat down and we talked. And the feeling I got is like, damn, damn, I just graduated again. You know, what I mean? I mastered those emotions.
Yeah.
And nobody's perfect. You know what I mean?
Word up. I remember I got a call from Marshall one day, and he's just, I'm like, damn, bro, you good?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm about to go over here, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck
Word
is this
up.
nigga talking about?
We all have somebody we run to. I mean, Jeremy's been, somebody I've popped up at a random time. I might not be close to reach out to people so much, but when things get overbearing, and
I think
just
as you
need-
get older, you feel like you should. Like I was telling him, like I was dealing with this shit for a couple of days, but I felt like I should be able to deal with this as a strong man. It was pride, it was ego, it was unrealistic thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have got up and just went over there to try to get him myself, I would have been unsuccessful.
Nobody's that strong, Cap. Nobody.
I can't even speak for anybody else. I can say in my specific search situation, I tell you, I am strong mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, but I wasn't strong enough for this. But I would have fooled myself into thinking like, you got this, you got
That's
this.
because it's a natural thing, though.
Yeah.
You know
What's
what I mean? It
crazy
goes
is
into
you
what you're
would've.
not supposed to
Yeah.
be in that position with your
To
child.
save your child, like,
Right. You know what I mean? So that's deeper.
What's crazy is if nobody went with you, if you just went
Yeah.
by yourself,
Yeah.
you still would have been successful. I'm 100% positive.
I don't want to
of that.
say I
I think we will because we
I
as
don't want to
men
say
have
it's
to.
not possible, but I don't think you. This is my whole point.
No,
I don't think
I
you
know.
guys
We was talking about it.
understand
We
the
was talking about it.
context of what happened. Every second
don't
was
understand it, no. It's
dramatic. Every second was a challenge. It wasn't even something I could have imagined prior to experiencing it. Even it took me 2 days after we got back to even be able to process it. That's how real that shit was.
I'm
man.
still
Let me ask you this,
processing.
Have you ever been able to not rise to the occasion?
I've risen to every occasion that
was
has
my
ever
point.
called
that's
upon me.
that's what I'm saying.
That was
So
my
at
point.
the end of the day, like how I said the other time,
Yeah.
we as
Yeah.
men that have to do things
Yeah.
and who accept that challenge,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna find a way to get through it because our house and our family is built off of us. We're the strength. So we have to endure all the pain.
And let me
everything.
reiterate, I'm not trying to shoot down any positive energy, but what I'm telling y'all, right? I know for a fact that it wouldn't have been possible based on the circumstances for me to be out there by myself to get it done. And it pains me to say that.
It takes a village to
But
run a household.
what did you just say
That's a
earlier
fact.
when you were
at the
It
other room?
It takes a team. Like
It-
regardless of what a man is supposed to protect and provide, but at the same time, we still
That's why
are,
it changed me.
we still are human creatures that are social
Yeah.
animals. We need
We're tribal.
We need support.
people.
We do,
need
you
that,
do.
You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
these
regardless.
things are above our pay grade, my
Right.
nigga. Because you
And
don't
I'm-
know.
I'm gonna support P right now because I can't let it slide. I love you. It takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
Raise a child. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
appreciate-
family. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's all.
I said
Nah, but the
family,
whole
yeah.
thing is, as strong as we are, and as much as we feel like, as much as you feel like you've done on your own, you've done that with the support of other people.
Yeah.
They might not have been there in the moment when you had to make them tough choices, but some things, some context of some conversation of something that happened with somebody was there with
There
you.
was some form of
Some
support.
form
there.
of support.
And
you know
being
what I
in the lead for the majority of your life, and I can only speak for myself, I would say that was kind of lost on me because I've always been in the forefront of the progress I made, my safety, my family's safety, my family's progress. If some shit happens, I'm front line, first one.
It's a mind fuck, bro.
It is.
And it make you question yourself. Like, am I really like? Can I really? Really? Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
me look at everything different. Like if you're challenged in that way, and I don't wish that upon anybody, but it's going to do some shit to you. And I'm glad that I have the experience that I survived from because now I see the world different in
I'll
a
never
more
be the same,
realistic
bro.
way. Me neither.
I'll never be the same
I feel like
ever. I'll never look at anything the
and
same.
y'all been through, and that experience is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like nobody can go through what y'all went through. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe one day we'll be able to sit down off camera and like, because I need you to, and really go through the details because that's what's going to happen with a therapist anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I have to do.
And therapist gives you just the other point of view. Every
Yeah.
conversation that you have from everybody can
Yeah.
give you insight to what they've been through. That's something, so
Yeah.
conversation with other people just helps the situation.
Yeah.
Just because you've been through a lot. You know what I mean? My life
As
has
you
been,
have too, though.
Right.
We was
you know what I mean?
talking
We
about that
all
earlier,
been through
like-
a whole lot of different things,
Yeah.
but we might have a little bit of insight to be able to handle something a little bit different to
Yeah.
make it more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I feel like having like the people in this room is a blessing. Like, it's crazy. Like,
For
you
sure.
have Marshall with you. I had John do the same thing for me
Yeah.
a while back. Like, when I was
Yeah, but all y'all was saying shit to me too when I was gone. And granted, I didn't have time to really look at my phone every second of the day like we do when we're here, just normally functioning. But I'm telling you, every time I needed some positive words of encouragement, that shit was there.
Text
It was,
popped up.
This whole shit was like, and I hate to say it because it was almost like, not hate to say it, but I don't want to sound weird, but it was like some biblical shit. Like, you're so reliant on yourself to make shit happen. Right now, you can't rely on just yourself. It's not even possible.
Maybe this is the first time you realize that.
I think it is.
Maybe this
I was about
is
to
like
say
an
that.
eye-opening thing where it's like, okay, I have a support system that I didn't recognize was there.
Yeah.
Now I have it there for real that
Yeah.
I know, you know what I'm saying, when I'm really crunch time, when I need something, like
And-
this is the most
and
important
not even-
thing in my life.
I think
that,
before
you know,
it was crunch time. That's part of my problem. Now it's like, just stay in contact with your people. You don't have to see them every day. You don't have to talk every day. But just because I'm the type that once I get locked into doing my work, it's like I'm obsessive with that. So a year or 2 or 3 will go by where, you know, communication and relationships get less, even with blood family. Like, to me, that's unacceptable. But at the same time, when you're trying to provide for your family and, you know, you have to do this, you
The
can't-
hard part is we grown now.
I was gonna say, I
You
feel
know
like
what
the
I'm
niggas
saying?
that you
And-
know that you're busy,
Right.
and you're gonna reach out
yeah.
when you can reach out. You know what I mean?
I
But
can
is
do
that
better
the same
though,
thing
man.
as
I can do
men
better.
make friends for a lifetime? Dudes can not see each other for years. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And not have any kind of thing,
Yeah.
but we bros for life.
Yeah, that's
You
real,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Like, if I see
That's
you
big
five,
facts.
how
That's
long
big
it's been
facts.
since I've seen you?
Yeah.
But when I see you,
Like,
it's
it don't
love
matter.
every single time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so it's,
Shit, nigga, my job. Nigga, Ty got me the job.
Right.
He hit me up. It's like, yo, you still driving? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you wanna jump in the FedEx?
like
I'm
that things
yeah.
happen and drop into when
Let me
when it's
borrow
needed.
$20.
Blessing. You know what I mean? Like
So,
when
you got
we're put in a
$20?
position to help, or when you need it, it's there.
I got $20 if you need it. Marsh, you need $20? Give me your cash app.
No, I don't need 20, man. If I need it, I'll let
Like I
you
said,
know.
I'm
just
happy
gotta
that you
say-
were able to get through that, though. You know
Thank
what I
you,
mean?
man.
And-
Thank
and
you.
Just tell me it's not Barracuda mouth.
Let me say this real quick, 'cause I'm sitting here thinking about it, because I want to get past it. I'm gonna say this because I want to get back to these locks.
Yeah.
These missing locks, because I got a question. All right.
Oh shit.
But I'm sitting here thinking, right? We all got kids, right?
Yeah.
And I know we've all been to a point where we'll say we'll do anything for our kids. Anybody touch me, I'll kill a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll pat, pat, pat,
Yeah.
pat, 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 right, right.
Yeah.
But when you called me when we were out there
Yeah.
and gave me that information,
Yeah.
it took all of 30 seconds to make peace. Like, okay, this is what it is. And now I'm in a situation to where I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm leaving this spot with my nephew.
Yeah.
I'm going back home to Delmar's birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big. Keep it
And
above.
when I made that decision, I wasn't scared no more.
That's kind of where I went.
I wasn't scared no more. I said the first, and that's what I think the first. So if it is what it is, and strategically, before I even knew it, I'm doing what I had to do. And
Yeah.
I'm placing this here. I'm looking at it. I'm taking mental notes. I'm putting boom, 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 boom. And then once we left, and really I got in the car and driving,
Yeah.
I realized
We
like,
made it. God damn.
It was crazy.
it's amazing. Real quick now, it's amazing how, like the human, your human, your brain. It's just amazing what a human can do when it comes down to fight or flight.
Because you don't know. Like
You
you,
don't know,
said,
yeah.
like, you know, I have to do this to make this type situation. Like, I had to realize that this shit is above my.
Yeah.
So say you can only lift 500 pounds, right? Which is a lot of weight.
Yeah.
If somebody puts 800 pounds on the bench, you should know that you can't lift that, right? It's not even unrealistic. That's what this situation helped me to realize. Like, it's unrealistic to think about some capabilities that you don't have. At this point,
Right.
you need to reach out and get someone that's more qualified if you
Yeah.
actually want to be successful
Yeah.
at protecting yourself or
We all need help.
yeah. So prior to this, I
Regardless of
didn't
who you
have
are, we all
that
need
filter.
help. Yeah.
I felt like I could do whatever. So for days, I was planning on getting my
Yeah.
medication, going out dolo, bringing them back, and
Shit
no,
happens
that
for
was
a
never
reason.
gonna work. So God put you at that high school when you was there. Everything played out how it was supposed
Everybody
to play out.
learned a lesson.
Yeah.
Everybody learned something they were supposed to learn in the whole situation.
And everybody wanted to go and help, but not everybody could go. It wasn't a situation for everybody to go.
Yeah, that's what's crazy was I hit my wife up and my brother-in-law and was like,
I ain't taking you to horse heads, nigga.
I was like, I need money. They're
to
like,
the
for
heights.
what? I said, I gotta go to Cali. So they was like, what do you gotta go to Cali for? I was like, it's none of your business.
I get some
I
skull.
was like, I gotta.
They got the fire skull.
For real.
Cali.
By the
Hey, I ain't mean to
bundles.
cut you off, but let me say this real quick, yo. Y'all know I'm Colombus Farms in this bitch. I love everything about marijuana. I'm very versed in it. You know what I mean? I don't speak on nothing I can't do. If I don't know, we can find out. But I was convinced.
Yeah.
California has some of the best. It has the best weed in the United States.
I heard Portland.
I think they shit mainly comes from Cali too, though. I mean, they grow out there too.
Listen,
but their
man,
sunlight isn't as prominent as.
It's grown by God's light.
And tell them
this
you went
is
to
just some of
Nipsey.
the-
You got
and
some Nipsey.
Oh, I got
shit
some of that
and-
Marathon OG. Yeah, I mean, I went to the Backpack Boys. They I mean, it was lovely. Everything
Shit, him
peace.
and
cool
Deshaun
ass
was-
people. You
them
know what I'm
niggas was
saying?
floating
Yeah,
around,
we was
nigga.
out there. I was in
Like-
Beverly Hills. You should see nigga posting up against the mural with
Looking
rest
all
in
happy
peace.
and shit.
Rest in peace, Tupac. Rest in peace, Kobe. Gianna. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Nipsey. You know that
Yeah.
mural. I'll show you all the pictures when we done.
Guys,
I'm a
yeah.
Backpack Boys rolling up my reefer legally. That shit
So
felt
what you
great.
saying?
Hold on.
What you saying?
Like I was saying.
Now what was he saying about the weed?
That shit is great. That shit is amazing. You hit that bitch, you start chewing. That's how good that shit
I think
is.
it's easy to
He got
feel
the
like.
Bobby jaw when he smoked. That nigga got the Bobby. That nigga smoked. He started doing cocaine
Some of that
activity.
shit. Nah, fuck that. nigga.
That nigga started doing.
Stupid.
And I
man.
know you ain't oh.
Said I think they had that embalming food on
He
that.
like this piece. He like this.
Nah, Boss Bro shit is the best shit, though. I think it is. But nephew, go on, finish what you're saying, brother. You go on, finish.
Jada, what video do you have lined up? Because we gotta, after you're done, nephew,
We gotta play at
push
least
this.
one video.
We gotta push this at least one or two. What
Yeah, what
video
time
did
is
you
it? I
have
got
lined
shit
up?
to do.
I remember.
So can I?
Hold up, let's get this squared away first. All right, so what is the next one? Something that's a little more
Because I was gonna say, let's talk about, since we're talking about fight or flight, let's do the gorilla versus
Oh,
the
yeah,
hunter.
yeah.
I mean that segues right into it.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? That segues.
Anyway.
All right, so why don't you let him finish
Yeah.
and then segue into what the whole overall topic is about, and then we'll see if we got a video to match that.
Long story short, I called my wife, who's gonna be my ex-wife. It doesn't matter, and said, "Love you. If shit doesn't, I'm about to go to Cali.
Yeah.
If shit doesn't work out, love you." Basically, that's I gave her that text message. That was it. I was literally.
I appreciate you too, because you hit me
If
when
I
we
don't make
spoke.
it back,
you was like,
baby,
"Yo,
the
I don't know
recipe for
how I can help,
cornbread.
but if you need a couple $100
recipe
or
for my
whatever,
bacon corn.
I'll give you whatever you need, and
Sorry.
if I can do it." And I was
Don't
like,
check the
"Nah, I'm
laptop.
good." But you got to understand that shit meant a lot to
nigga said,
me
"Don't check
because
the
I was
laptop."
broken. You hear what I'm saying? I was broken down financially. It was a hard trip. There was nothing easy about that shit. It was a rough moment, and I'm telling you that if you ever are in a position where you're weak like this, you'll understand how much stuff like that means. And I pray that none of you guys ever experience that. I pray that never happens.
And if you
'Cause
do,
then
God forbid,
I'm
I
gonna
knock
be the
on
nigga
wood.
You call and say,
Yeah,
"Yo,
bro.
Cap, we gotta go
Make
do this."
sure you open your fucking mouth and ask for help.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
We talked about
Because
that.
I was trying to do it all on my own, man.
Yeah, we talked
and
about
it
that in
doesn't
the
work like that, man.
We talked about that shit in the whip.
But yeah, we've been on it, man. We're blessed. We're back. You know what I mean? We're going to segue into this video. But before we get into that, my man Hoodie, a.k.a.
So all right.
Hoodie and
So
Chains.
in 2022, right? After my amputation,
We ain't talking about amputation. We talking about your locks.
I'm about to. I'm about to.
No, we
explain
talking
it
about
to
the
you.
locks. You got the locks,
I'm
right?
about to explain this to you. Yes, I still have them and everything.
Where they at?
In a bag with my other lock from Brandon.
That's how I was just wondering. Why you cut them off?
So I got the locks because at that moment I needed energy to push me beyond what I could do for myself. So I felt like the energy from New and interlocking some of his hair and my hair was going to give me the energy that I needed to push forward. And when I did that, it gave me the energy to push forward. The hard part for me is with locks. I've always been a wave, crispy shape up. So, you know what I mean? I wasn't used to that. And in this process, the last couple months has been real rough, having to always have something on my head because I was trying to grow out the sides of my hair so I can cut them in half and reattach them on the sides. But something.
No, the problem was the fake hair wouldn't turn gray. I told you that was what's gonna happen. Your gray hair gonna grow out.
Nah, it wasn't.
Then you
even
gonna
that.
have half gray lock.
I only have gray hair in the back, brother. That's it.
What's that on the side right there? I wish the camera, y'all had an AI camera.
I'm saying.
What's that right there?
Right here. This is all only place I have gray.
That's
right
part
here.
of your hair right there. That's your
Along the
hair.
side. I didn't have, but I only had locks on the top, Marshall. I didn't have nothing on the sides.
You said you had only gray hair in the back.
Yes, right here.
Why that
on the
do-rag so
side.
tight?
Right here.
Why is the do-rag so tight?
Because.
How you get it to fold up? How you get it to fold up like a towel after you get it in the shower, out the shower? You got that bitch rolled up so tight. You probably got.
This nigga asking motherfucking.
Word up. He want to know my social security number next. You that motherfucker try to get cable. And
No, I was just
water
wondering.
in my name. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nice egg, motherfucker. My name Jeremy Mo.
We in a real interview now. This nigga interviewing like the CIA right now.
No, I was just wondering what happened because I just, you know what I mean? I was just
just
wondering because you had locks a couple weeks ago. Now they gone.
Yeah, with my new beginning and the things that I'm trying to do right now, I needed a renewed energy. And so I felt like in order to start a new beginning, I had to start all the way with a new beginning. And so that's what I chose to do.
So is the hair growing on the sides now?
Yeah.
What the hell is so funny?
I ain't P, Cap, or John. You know what I'm saying? My shit, I got a
still got
or
some
Jetta.
left.
My shape up is
See, I
crispy in
knew
the
something
front.
was coming too.
Yo, my son just put a joke in the group chat that she says, "What's worse than waking up at a party with a penis on your face? Finding out it was traced." That's crazy.
Jetta, can we get into that video?
Yeah. So what? I don't think there is a video, but what we were talking about is
100 men versus 1 gorilla.
100 men versus 1 gorilla.
So there's a news clip for 100 niggas versus.
Play the news clip.
Play that.
100 men versus a gorilla.
Damn, nephew, I didn't know you had a brother.
Oh shit!
Who's saying they?
Oh, they going off.
That's your mom and your auntie.
Hold on,
And I am an animal expert, and for the
That's
past
how
10
me and your
years,
auntie
I've
go
been
at it in the
studying
bed.
Gorillas in.
Tough.
It'd be like that. It'd be like, oh man, I don't like this doesn't feel comfortable, but it'd be nothing that would crush your head like a sweet pea, okay? But dudes, this is what you're fighting. But dudes, this is what you're fighting. He said that in the most Reddit way possible, dude. But dudes, be like the equivalent of, you know, like a UFC fighter neck cracking. You know, they
I think this one is a little too long, man. I should have probably broke this one
put
down.
hands around your head and then squeeze. It's not gonna do that, and it certainly isn't gonna either. And that's not even possible.
That video is mad long. I was gonna chop it down. I didn't have time to edit it down before we linked up. But did everybody give their opinions on how they felt?
Nah,
So
not
can
yet.
we
We're
go
about to do
through?
it.
Can we go through the room real quick, starting with you, Jetta? And we'll go around the room.
What?
How you feel like?
Gorilla versus 100 people. Who you making go first?
Quick, who you think will get it?
I think we would get it.
Excuse me.
Can you say why you think real
I
quick?
think we would get it if we strategize the perfect way to attack the nigga. If 100 niggas could go at one time, it's not one by one by one.
Well, Joe,
no.
you go first.
One by one? No, I'm not going first, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga.
You know how many
Then we
niggas-
definitely
I'll
going
be
first.
the nigga at 99 talking about this nigga.
So
was-
hoodie.
John Straw.
How about you?
Yeah, hell nah, nigga.
I think it's possible, but just like he said, I do think you really have to have a good
I
strategy.
know if those 100 humans strategize and move as slow as you're talking, they'd be fucked.
Yeah, or as slow as your hair grows, it'll be all fucked
Hey, bro,
up.
I cut it off. I cut it off because I choose to.
I choose to talk slow. Nah, but I mean,
It was a
I do
choice not
think
to sign up
I
for
do
that.
think that if you have a
It's his choice not to sign up for that 100 people one.
I do think that if you have a strategy, it could work.
I'm
But
busy.
that would be fucking. You don't realize how strong
A silverback, not just a gorilla nigga. A
yeah, son.
silverback.
Yeah,
Did y'all
son.
watch that movie Congo?
No animal, no weapons.
Bad monkey.
Just straight hands, yeah.
Amy, bad monkey.
Let me ask y'all a question though before we move on to Marshall though. If we all had to line up against that silverback, goddamn, who do you think would be the nigga in the front of the line when we rush the motherfuckers? Hell no.
Do we know how big the average size of a silverback is?
I'm not being in the front.
Marshall, sorry, but we got you.
I'm gonna get punted like a.
What I was saying, the strategy would be
ball.
like like an NFL lineup. Like you got the big ass linemen. If you all rush the gorilla, right? You're gonna overwhelm the gorilla. Granted, a few people are gonna get hit, hurt, what have you. But if you have 100 people, you have 9 more lines to advance towards this gorilla.
Do you know how fast gorillas are when they really like going crazy and spinning?
Yeah, they're fast, but if you have 10 people...
And they can climb?
Yeah, but when you have... I'm not saying a quarterback compares to a gorilla.
Are we in the desert or the jungle fighting it?
I mean, that matters. If you can jump up to that nigga
Hold up, nigga. We talking about this shit, but you ain't even factoring.
Are we in a straight line or are we surrounding
Right.
it? Like, what are we doing? Are we surrounding it?
We in a
Like,
cage
what
or
are
what?
we doing?
Is people able to run? We got to figure this out. What's the circumstances? I seen a video of a warthog, right? I seen a video of a warthog and mad dogs from everywhere. Yeah. And this was an example of that right there. Argument erased.
Yeah.
This warthog was giving all them dogs to work.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Throwing them off the build. You know,
and
that's just a warthog. That's only it biting them back and hitting them
What
with its
kind
nose.
of terrain were they on?
It was in like a little hill, and these dogs, I don't know,
Like free range?
Man,
shit?
there was like 60 of these wild dogs. Man.
Wow.
It's
And
like the
these-
movie
and-
300.
Hey,
Like they
yeah.
have like the movie 300. Like
Yeah.
with the old shit, they had a little small little like a little area where they were coming through.
Yeah.
They had to defend that little small area.
Yeah.
To you know what I mean? 300 people had to fight millions of fucking. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And again, who's gonna be the volunteer to take the first hit or bite?
Yo, listen, let me tell you the metrics of them. Average, they're about 5'9", 300 to 485.
5'9". That's it.
Yeah,
Wait, say that again? 5'9" and what?
They're 5'9", right? And their weight average in their weight is 300 to 485 pounds.
Nephew, how much you weigh?
310.
But he doesn't have as much muscle fibers.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. I'm trying to like
485.
So
Yo,
let me- before-
let's say 400. Let's say 400 on average.
How tall are you, nephew?
5'8".
5'8". So
That
roughly
nigga is an
like-
albino gorilla.
with a 7 foot
mini?
Nah, he a
arms-
Care Bear
arm
gorilla.
reach.
He ain't no
7 foot.
Hold up.
7 foot reach.
So he's 5. It's 5'9", but it still has a way longer reach.
7 foot reach.
And it's 4 to 9 times the strength of an average adult
Yeah,
man.
more muscle fiber. He can pull your arms off. Let me say this real quick before I forget. So
That's a lot of.
first of all,
motherfucking
this
never
little,
fight fair,
I was
nigga.
on Facebook. I mean, everybody talking about the 100 men gorilla and shit, right? And the first thing I thought was like, damn, this shit is popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
What are they trying to deter? You know, that's my first thought. And then I thought about, okay,
What's the science?
if there was 100 men, my strategy, if it was up to me, let's drop these bitches out of a helicopter on top of his ass. all
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But technically, I would think if 100 men just started rushing the gorilla probably get scared and start running
That's
away.
what I seen online.
And
Like,
run away,
because they're not
right?
confrontational.
I didn't even think about that.
And with that being said,
I
I got sent a text message now.
Plus, you look like this.
What if you get a text message tomorrow, right?
I bet you it's the same one.
And it probably could. Probably could.
Let
It
it
says
fly. Let it fly.
It says congratulations,
You see, walk up to the
Kayvonte.
camera, nigga. Walk up to the camera and put that bitch on
Go
camera.
here, put that bitch-
right there.
put
Now,
that-
that
give me
camera
that.
right there.
Oh, that's the text message you
Now,
got.
Look, right by hoodie. That
Yeah,
camera right there. Put your phone right in front of the
All right.
camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it too.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Son.
I mean, you got the same mouth.
Yo, real nigga card finna get pulled.
So, here, let me read it first. It says, congratulations, Kayvonte. The United States has drafted you to be number 4 of 100 to fight the gorilla. Please respond at your earliest convenience to receive more detail. To opt out of this, reply cancel. Cancel, the fuck cancel. Too late, nigga, get ready.
Change the arm, pull it back just a little bit. Yo, you fucking crazy.
There we go.
No, thank you, bro.
Cancel.
I wonder who thought of that crazy shit.
What would you do if you got that text message tomorrow?
Nigga, I
I'm
don't
breaking
give a
my
fuck.
phone and I'm going
Block.
rogue.
Yeah.
Block.
Delete and block.
I never got no text message. What y'all talking about?
Spam. That's spam.
Depends on the bread, nigga.
But he's been selected
99
number
might be a
4.
conception.
Number 4 out of 100.
Quattro. Like,
You got it.
you Finley, you a test.
Oh, yeah.
You a test subject.
We
my
finna see
nigga.
what's gonna happen.
Cavante sound like he 5'8", 165, and just got done smoking and playing Madden. That's what the fuck that nigga sound like.
Cancel, nigga. What the fuck? Yep. But
What do you think, Mars? What do you think? How do you think it will go?
like I said, I would like really thinking about it. If we had 100 people, gorilla right there on the count of 3, everybody rush screaming. The gorilla's gonna get scared and run away.
I didn't even think about that.
He's gonna run. Technically, gorillas are scary animals. You know what I mean?
they are.
They'll fuck you up if provoked.
I done seen some videos that.
But if we were like
snatched
to-
a dude by his ankle and threw him through the trees.
Yeah,
by the ranch.
you see the video where the orangutan reached out and grabbed the dude at the zoo, and they had a hard time getting him away.
That's just an orangutan.
But
little
if
nigga.
it was like strategically up to me, like, yo, we got to go kill this gorilla to save the world, I'd be like, all right, check it out.
That's what I was saying earlier.
That's
Like,
the
it was
point.
about
Get the Black
humanity.
Hawks.
It has to be life
We're gonna
or
drop
death.
on top of this nigga. And everybody have a knife.
Hold on.
Nah, you gotta
Or
use
sword.
sword. You can't have weapons
no
though.
weapons.
you have what?
This is all
Just straight hands?
So you know what you need to do? You need to sacrifice some bones, nigga. As soon as you come down on top of this, try to punch the life out of this nigga. If he get like 12 punches at one time coming from a helicopter at 30 feet, sacrifice your life.
I hate to sit here
Hit
and
him
act
as
like
you
I'm the toughest
hit
nigga
the
on the
ground.
planet because I'm not. But I
couldn't
am
catch
one
me
of them
doing that.
niggas that would probably, if the strategy was right, I would
you
be a
have to.
part of the
They gotta
first
think this-
wave.
You have
But
to.
we'd have to be like, yo, I'm not the biggest nigga, so the biggest nigga would have to be in the middle as we're rushing the gorilla, just like I mentioned earlier, like a front line in the NFL. Because if you're chasing the quarterback,
Yeah.
the quarterback is the prize. That's the prey you're hunting. If you have all that weight, poundage, and fierce muscle, strength, and speed rushing that thing, yes, it's going to be stronger than us, but it's going to get overwhelmed by all that
Yeah.
good, solid strength.
And you know what you
Then
do,
the
right?
second wave
You
has
got to
to
get
come.
at least 10 of those people, right?
Yeah.
And you got to train them for 6 months.
Nah,
and you
nah,
know
nah,
how?
nah,
No,
nah,
check it
nah,
out. No,
nah.
let me tell you something. You know how you train them, right?
What if you only had that day?
Well, you got to train them all day long. You got to train them to, if we jumping out the helicopter, you going after this gorilla, your point is to put your index fingers in his eyes, the soft points.
That's what I was thinking
gotta
too.
strategize.
Train.
If you take the eyes from
Go
him,
for his eyes with your fingers.
Yeah.
Boom.
7 feet wingspan.
Word up. We're just gonna
Yeah.
stuff him in nephew belly
Look,
button
would you
and let him
take
go
would you
crazy.
take a punch from Mike Tyson in his prime?
Yo.
No.
You let
for
would you
some
let-
million?
would you
How
let-
much-
would
how much you
let
paying?
him
How much you
punch
paying?
We're not talking about paying. We said, could 100 men take a gorilla? I'm just asking a question. Would you take a punch from Mike Tyson in his prime?
no. Wait, for how much? How much?
We're saying to do it.
Is it life or death?
So
How much though? Where?
you're gonna take a gorilla's 9 times stronger than a man?
4 to 9 times.
You worried about Mike Tyson punching you?
But for how much for Mike Tyson? Because I
We're
would
just
take
saying
it.
to fight him.
If it
That's
was-
a fight.
Oh, for money
That's a
though, because
fight.
all his
I
fights
mean,
were for money,
Jake
though.
Paul got like 20
Yeah,
million.
that's my point.
How old
Motherfucker, I'm
was
gonna
he?
go get
How
beat
old
up
was
for
he?
20
Yo,
million.
I
they
said prime.
would say 2 or 3 million, and I would do it.
Prime.
In his prime, in my prime, I would have did it. He would have fucked me up, but I'm telling you, I would have did it.
I'm doing that shit for
That nigga would have had
500,000.
that nigga would have had the best wheelchair.
I'm doing.
Nigga,
I'm
that's
fighting
not
that nigga
enough.
for
That's nowhere
500,000.
near
I would
enough.
have did it, son.
Shit.
But yo, check it out though. You
Is
did
that
that.
your now?
Hold on,
you need to give me at least 2 mil.
You said in my prime, in
Yeah.
his prime.
No, I know. I'm just saying we all
I'm not
talking over
saying
each other, so we can't
Good
hear
job,
each other.
good job, good job.
So you know what I'm saying. Just
Yeah.
be
Bring
mindful
it
that
back.
everybody is. You know, we want to hear everybody, so we can't get excited.
We
So where we
appreciate
at?
you.
Where we at?
We appreciate the.
So
we're at the
we're
part
at-
that
we're at
you'll
nephew.
get hit, right?
Yeah.
And you'll have the best money, the best wheelchair money can buy. The best wheelchair and the mouse stick. You know the mouse stick. You know the mouse stick. You got to move with the mouse stick. Your mouse stick will be worth 150,000.
So let me ask you a question.
The best one the money
And-
can buy. Huh?
Yeah.
And how long are you going to be in that wheelchair for?
Life, nigga. After
Nah,
that.
after a Tyson
Nah,
fight
if
or
you
a
got it,
gorilla
yo,
Oh,
fight?
gorilla fight.
If you got a
Oh, I
mouse
thought
stick,
we was talking about Tyson.
Nah, the
No,
gorilla.
not the
one.
gorilla. Not the gorilla.
I don't want to sound insensitive, y'all, because I keep calling it a mouse stick. You know the people that can't move from the neck down, they got the mouse stick,
The
they go move with them
quadriplegic.
shit.
Yeah.
What is that stick called? Is it the controller?
That's the mouse stick.
Why is you laughing?
I don't know.
It's like this.
I don't
What is
even.
it?
So you know what,
talking about-
nephew?
he talking about
Nephew,
a
what do you think
So
about?
wait,
Hold
hold
on,
on.
hold
Nephew.
on. We gonna leave that right where
The
it's
whole
at.
time, the whole time we talking about this gorilla,
Marshall, I
NYSEG is
don't-
raising our
I
energy
don't
and shit.
know.
The whole time the whole world is talking about this gorilla, they planning some shit. And the next week we
Something's
gonna have
going on. Because the whole world is.
Where's this shit coming?
Yeah, what is
Everybody's talking about 100 men versus a
They
gorilla.
about to send all the black people from here to Africa. Nigga, like you better get used to these motherfucking gorillas.
You said you would do this. This is strategy you had. Well, here you
Y'all
go.
niggas voted. Cap and John voted for Trump. They gonna be the first ones to go over there, nigga.
Nah, me and P fuck. Cap and John good. They good. They
Make America greater, nigga. Nah, make America ape again, nigga. Fuck.
All right, bro.
Yo, so all right,
bro.
All right, so listen, nephew.
All right, son.
What's your take on the 100 gorillas?
100 gorillas.
I mean, 100 men versus the gorilla. Sorry.
I know what you're saying. I think if it's calculated and it's life or death, I think we can get it done.
How many casualties you think?
Yeah, can you give some type of deeper context to that?
2 or 3.
I'm
That
saying
nigga gonna
20
trade
or 30.
sides. That nigga gonna
20 or
trade
30.
sides. He gonna trade sides. He gonna give Caesar all the information.
It's gotta be all 100.
He said you a gorilla snitch.
It's gotta be all 100.
He gonna be Scar.
Yo, these niggas finna rush you from the left at this
This nigga,
time.
yeah, this nigga got Caesar's Instagram.
Harambe, I thought you was dead, nigga.
You said 2 or 3 though,
So
bro.
listen.
He said,
Harambe.
let's listen. Let's respectfully. Let's at least address this.
20 or 30. I'm saying 20 or 30.
He
easy.
said
2
or 3
Casualties out of
2 or 3.
100.
Because I think if it's 100 men that are fully dedicated to this is like life or death, that's one thing. If it's not life or death, I think the casualties is 1. Because as soon as the gorilla rips one of them niggas head off, everybody's peeling the fuck off.
I can understand what you're saying because
they gone.
Pardon me, fellas.
Home run.
Pardon me. We getting a little out of control. I can partially understand what you're saying because one hit isn't equal to a fatality, and the human body is able to endure a lot of trauma. You can bounce back from shit, so I understand that. But when you say 2 or 3 total, I don't understand that. So can you expound on
Yeah,
that?
because we have a different theory. Like you're rushing in waves. I'm not rushing in waves. Nigga.
Okay.
All 100 is we gotta go. Jump on this motherfucker, get him down, and beat the shit out of him.
You don't think?
I mean, but all of us in this room, but all of us in this room, we wouldn't be able to converge on this.
Nigga, I said it's 100. It's not.
No, but what I'm saying.
Let me talk.
I'm not done.
Let him finish his, and then
shut up. I ain't done.
Technically, hoodie on the
The verge.
Yeah.
But if you gotta have 100 niggas coming at the same time,
light skin on light skin.
first of all,
we need a light skin on light skin.
they're gonna
button.
crush themselves.
For real.
You're gonna crush yourselves. First of all, you can't just have 100 people coming at the same time
Why
and
not?
be successful.
Because,
you can't
because 100
there's
people
not-
can't
there's
get
not
to the
enough-
same point.
There's not enough certain.
Can
there's
I
not
say something
there's not
related to
enough-
that?
There's
Can
not
I say
enough
something
surface
related
area.
to that?
The fuck they can't.
Those 101.
He said there's not enough surface area.
That 100 people can't focus on that one target, but that gorilla can focus on getting the fuck away from those 100 people. So if everybody piles on, they might be piling on to their own people, while that strong ass gorilla is able to get itself from up under anything that's on top of it.
Obviously, you got to make sure you got the strongest niggas going to get the gorilla.
Yeah, but it didn't sound targeted the way it was explained.
Just said 100 niggas coming.
Yeah.
I didn't explain nothing. P interrupted me and started talking.
Light skin on light skin. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
What is she talking about? This nigga P said, first of all,
You can't. It can't happen.
We are looking for the strongest niggas to fight this gorilla.
That could take a punch.
Call
1-800-ER. Hard ER. We should do a skit, man.
Remember,
We
there's
should
not
do that
enough
shit.
surface area to have an effective blow.
What about survival?
I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't think we need 100. I think everybody in this room can get the gorilla down.
No, not at all. Because I'm not helping. I'm leaving. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm out, bitch. I got one left.
Nah, he gonna have his truck ready and everything.
Listen,
You first, nigga.
Nigga, wake up.
Hey,
nigga.
Cat.
I'm
Get
recording
involved,
this
bro.
shit
Get
from
involved,
across the
man.
street.
Thank you. Thank you.
This nigga Jet over there slump.
Get involved, bro.
I'm
First of all, a
listen.
man created a gun for a reason.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna go get in my truck. I'm gonna give somebody my foot and be like, "Yo, y'all use the leg."
Yeah, that's right. You do got a built-in weapon.
Holla at
That
me.
shit out that nigga with that leg, too. That shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it is titanium. It is strong as a bitch.
That shit ain't even gonna help. You need something sharp.
See what man do is picking up weapons again.
But what I'm saying, though,
stab
P,
the heart or the brain. That's
but what I'm
y'all
saying
need
is,
to
if you
do.
take the foot off, it's a, you know what I'm saying? It's you know.
But still
That
ain't
was looking
sharp enough.
penetration type. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just said, you know, like
Yeah, you need something sharp. Yeah, you could poke the eye though.
that's what I'm saying. With the, you know, because it's like a if you took the foot off, it's like a peg leg.
Yeah.
He good. Oh, you going up? Yeah.
It's that time, ain't it?
It's about almost.
We got like, how about
It's 8:30. It's 8:38.
How about 8 to 10 minutes? Just because
10 more minutes.
Fuck that gorilla. I don't give a fuck what the rules are. I'm
8 is
shooting
great.
the fuck out that
Yeah, that's it.
gorilla.
That's what's going on.
Nigga, I'm shooting that
Ty,
gorilla.
we already know
Gorilla,
that you
gorilla
ain't-
socks.
them niggas, they know we ain't getting to the
Nah,
gorilla.
we not gonna win, bro.
Thank you.
We're not gonna win unless you could strategize and train for like a couple of weeks. Then yes,
I don't
and you
even-
gotta have some disciplined niggas.
Can
Because-
we after you're done, can we check out this other video though?
Because once humans see their companions getting murdered and slaughtered in front of them, them niggas,
I'm not.
but it's not. But it's gonna be a different. But it's gonna be a different. I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be 1 or 2 out of 100, but there's gonna be niggas that's just dying and screaming like
What this?
You don't gotta yell into the mic, P. We
My
can
bad,
hear you.
my bad,
God
my bad,
damn.
my
But the nigga said your companions.
your companions is gonna be
Does
dying.
anybody know how the bite
Compadres.
force of a gorilla is?
Them niggas is gonna
like
be
an alligator.
dying, bro.
I'm not trying to get bit by a dog. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get bit by that.
We deserve to be able to cheat a little.
Nah.
Why we can't just have a little poker?
That's why we on top of the food chains, because we created them kind of things.
But if we're talking about like an even trade where we can't have that, then it's a different story.
You think 100
Hold
men
on.
can get a shark in the water?
100 Mark Henrys can get a
Hell no.
gorilla.
That's even worse than the motherfucking gorilla.
I can go with that.
100 Mark Henrys can get a damn gorilla.
I can go with that because
Who's
Mark
Mark
Henry.
Henry?
Mark
The
Henry's
wrestler.
strong as a motherfucker.
It don't matter. That doesn't. I don't.
No.
think, I don't
No,
I can't
I'm just
agree with
saying.
that.
No, I'm just saying. 100 Mark Henrys
agree.
have
You
a
gotta
better
think-
chance than 100 of regular niggas. Is all
But they
I'm
gotta
saying.
strategize though. They have to They have to be like, okay, you come from the back, from the side. This is your job to grab the feet. You grab this.
Hold on, them aren't feet though. Those are hands too. That gorilla can
I
grab you
know,
with them feet.
but okay, this is your job. While we rush this way at the same time. This is your job to do this. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a strategy because if not, it's gonna be
You're gonna have at least 3 men on the arm.
it's gonna be
Per
chaos.
arm.
Right.
And the way that the gorilla moves as quick as he moves, it's gonna be hard to just grab even the first 10 rushing the gorilla because only 10 or 8 or 6 can be in contact with the gorilla at the same time. And you know what I mean? It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, I don't. You know. Yeah.
I don't see it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even motherfucking going.
Yeah, I don't see
I'm
it.
good.
So, all right, I'm gonna have him play this video. We'll probably only play like 3 minutes of it, but I was just telling Jetta, like, this lady that gets on this podcast that I watch was saying how she felt like women would fare and do better facing the gorilla than men.
We're gonna sing to you. We're gonna sing to the gorilla. Fuck out of here. The fuck? The fuck are
We're all gonna let you fuck.
With our nurturing ways.
Word up, nigga. We're gonna put the ones that are in heat, just got off their period first in the front.
No, that's yours. Anything in there?
Let's go
Ass
play that
out.
shit, cuz. Come on, Jetta.
Ass out first. Ass out. Ass out.
Where the video at?
I wonder if that would work though.
Yo, we about
Probably,
3-4
yeah,
minutes into our 8 to 10 minutes.
What's that girl named? Cambridge? The WNBA player? The real tall one that was out there. Get 100 of her.
Hell no, she's
Liz-
just tall.
Liz
Bad.
Cambridge.
She big though.
She's bad
She
too.
nice, yo. She a nice
She bad.
Who?
thing.
Liz Cambridge.
I'll
She
give her-
bad.
I'll give her 6'8" ass that work.
Give her 2.5 inches,
Shit,
nigga.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga say-
Yeah. That's his chew. Or whatever he does.
That nigga nephew used that E&J for like motherfucking
Mouthwash.
Nah.
Like liniment. He rubbed that shit on his joints. When he gets saw that nigga pour
He says
bourbon.
ligament, nigga.
Liniment.
Liniment?
Yeah. What's up, Jetta? You got the video queued up, baby?
I'm gonna have Jetta play like half of the video, and then we'll go from there. I might have him fast forward, rewind a little bit.
That'll work, but we digging into we about 5 minutes into our 6 to 8 or 8 to 10 minutes. You talked about.
I know.
Right? I just want to make sure.
He's sleeping over there though. Look at him. Play the video then.
Them niggas stink.
Look at the video.
Controversial about the 100 men versus gorilla scenario. Not only is it very veilly thin sexism, which is letting me know a lot of these men I'm seeing respond to is like, okay, yeah, you're sexist. But not only that, the men would lose the majority of the time. But I actually would argue that women would have a much better chance of being able to beat it than men would. I 100% believe.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, at the end of this video, I actually got into her live stream and had a live discussion with her, and I'll put it at the end of the video. It was about this exact topic, by the way. So I'll put it at the end of the video, but let's just keep watching this to get through it.
I think 100 humans in general would get curb stomped by the gorilla. Because there's so many logistical reasons why it would not be possible to carry out a coordinated attack against the gorilla under the parameters of the specific prompt. Most people are not recognizing that kicks and hits against a gorilla would hurt you more than it would hurt it. Like kicking its skull would be like kicking a bowling ball. Any man who thinks that women would not have a better chance at this task is ignoring the fact that this prompt relies upon like organization of mass numbers. And women have better organization.
Yeah, point me out the time in history where women got together collectively in mass numbers and went against a force, an entity, or whatever it may be using violence and were successful. Point me that instance out. Because you get 100 men together and we could build a skyscraper in less than 365 days. So in terms of coordination, I'm not understanding where she's assuming that women are better at coordination. I don't get where she's getting that from. Especially, men will work with people we literally don't like, especially if it has something to do with protecting or providing for the people we love. We will literally work with people we don't like in order to get a task done.
Skills, not because we're innately gifted with it, but because society trains us to. I would argue that the hubris and ego of men, we're seeing in a lot of these responses of being like, oh, yeah, men would get this. Would get a lot of them killed because you're underestimating your opponent and overestimating your own skill. Expectation would quickly meet reality, and reality would bitch slap you in the face. Once that happens, all that hubris just melts on away. Let's actually get into it. Let's take out the idea that there would be men who would run away from the fight completely once they see other men get eviscerated. Let's think about the logistical reasons why that this fight would not turn out well.
And she thinks that women would do a better job at rushing the gorilla and smothering the gorilla than men typically would.
We're going to cancel that, and we're going to talk on...
That's the crazy
What do you
part.
guys think about the shit that she said thus far about women potentially doing better against the gorilla?
I'm just going to be short. She had valid points. Besides, women are going to do better.
Stop the cap.
Yeah. Besides, she had valid points, like why people in general wouldn't do well, but men obviously are the protectors in life of everything.
All right, let me chime in real quick. Mine real quick. I think I agree.
Protectors.
I agree with her. I think they might be a little better off. You know what I mean? If y'all, The reason I say this is because when males get upset, and this is from experience and from a lot of research. I like to read and look at shit. But when we get upset, we're emotional. It's emotional. Fuck this, I'm doing this because I'm mad. When females get upset, it might not be all of them. See, they get emotional, they can think at the same time. They can be mad as fucking think at the same time. And what she said there, the reason I think they might be a little bit more successful is because you think about it, I'm thinking about coming down, you know what I mean? Well, me, you got to sacrifice your life, baby. Jump from the plane, 300 pounds, hit him, boom. But yeah, if you hit him with your hand.
Yeah, you breaking your hand.
But I think if 50 to 60 motherfuckers jump on top of him and pin him down and cover that motherfucker nose and mouth and suffocate the shit out that bitch.
And have nephew jump and land on his chest.
I didn't think about that.
Let him finish completely,
I didn't
please.
think about that.
It.
I didn't think about that until she said, if you hit him, it's like hitting a bowling ball.
Yes.
It's like, you know what? I wasn't thinking. I'm just thinking, Raise, let's get this motherfucker.
Bro,
You have to think about. And with females, I've learned, this is my experience, that females can be pissed off and think at the same time. Just me. I get pissed off, I'm not thinking about it. God.
So do you think that if there was a front line of females like in the NFL rushing this gorilla because you don't have the opportunity to pause the gorilla when you want, the gorilla is in go mode.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think if we had a line of 10 men that changed into 20 females just because their bone density is lower, the strength is lower, that the 20 females rushing that gorilla would do better than 10 men?
I think the 20 females
would have to
stay back and coach.
I think that
The 80.
I think
you know what I mean? Just some advice. Not coaching, but give them some advice.
I think the same thing that the females are saying right now, that there would be 20, 30, 40, 50 men thinking the same way that she does.
20, 30, 40, 50 men's.
Let me
Nah, but think about it. You had a lot of the men's.
But what I'm saying,
sorry, go ahead,
but I think there's going to be 20, 30, 40 men thinking the same way. Menses.
No, I agree with you, Pete.
Yeah, but let's do it one at a time. One
thinking
at a time.
the same way that
So,
she is like,
from
okay,
him
we
to Ty, then you, Hoodie.
can overwhelm them, but the women are not going to do better.
So, I mean, we looking at the part of where men are programmed to think in a certain kind of way. And
What kind of way? You gotta
as
be
far
more
as
specific.
protecting and being more logical in ways. Women are more tend to be, nurturers, carers, being enrolled in the army and being an infantryman at some time and going through training that we had to do it. And you think about why is there women not in our infantry units? It's more based off things of emotion. You know what I mean? We're trained.
And that's from your military experience.
If our guy next to us, our battle buddy, goes down, we're trained to move on, come back to him. You know what I mean? Now, if you have a woman next to you or a woman's in there, more compassion. You know what I mean? You want to help. You want to go help that woman that might go down. You might want to, relationships get in the way of thinking instead of getting the job done. You know what I mean? So there are the difference of where men, let's get the objective done before we care to the others, while more women might be the ones that be like, oh my God, they just got their head ripped off. Or she might be hurt over there. Let me go help her real quick. You know what I mean? While a man is going to be more like, hey, we got to get this done. We might be failing, but we going to get this job done. You get what I mean? Like, he got to go,
I do believe after Hoodie speaks, I have one thing to say, and if anybody wants to comment on it, it might be controversial. But Hoodie, please let that fly.
I think that gorilla gonna kill all 100 of them women.
Me
but
too.
damn, Judge, you keep on.
End it on that.
God damn,
you grounded, nigga. You grounded.
Don't be mad at me over there knocking shit down and shit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Don't be mad, motherfucker. You mad at me? Like I did something.
He said you just snitched.
Nigga said he dry snitching.
Nah, I mean, physically.
But the crazy shit about it, he said they wouldn't have known if you wouldn't have said nothing. Everybody's eyes looking that way.
Everybody stopped.
Everybody is facing.
Everybody stop. You stop, nigga.
First of all, Judge, stop being so sensitive today, Ralph Trezevant. So listen,
Bust that down, though. Bust that down.
The gorilla physically is gonna beat the shit out of all them women. Physically, do I think that women might have a different or a possible better strategy because they're more objectively thinkers? That could be the possibility. That could only be the possibility. You know what I'm saying? But other than the possibility that they might be able to develop a better strategy, anything other than that, they're gonna get hurt just like we are.
How many generals in the world?
So before he spoke, I said I wanted to say something after he was done.
My bad.
Real quick, and if anybody had anything
go ahead.
to respond with, that's why I said it, because I knew it was going to be like a controversial thing. And I'll be quick because Marshall said something that raised the antenna that I didn't think about, but at the same time I have to disagree with. So women, they'll do some shit to go above and beyond to trick a man. No matter what the fuck it is to protect their children, they will take it to the distance. Like, they'll do some shit we can't even think of because our ego and our pride and our perception of strength gets in the way. The only disagreements I have is that it would be against a gorilla that doesn't perceive the female
tendencies.
Not at all.
Strategy.
It's like, it's life or death. I'm going to kill you whether you're a male or female. Now, if it was 100 niggas versus 150 females,
that's primal.
I think that there's a high potential that the females might come out on top because the men will give into their sexual urges, their needs to want to protect, provide, things of that nature. So the females might notice some shit about some of them and be like, I'm latching on to this nigga because he's going to help me survive like this. It ain't because I want to be with him. But men, we don't have that. We're not going to look at a female and be like, she's going to help me survive. I am the survival. You know what I mean?
So what if it was 50 men, 50 women against the gorilla? We would definitely lose.
I think the women would lose, yes. I mean, the men would lose. No. I'm saying, I think in that circumstance, I think the men would lose because then the men would have a natural instinct to want to protect the women.
No, he's talking about versus the gorilla, though.
We would all lose then.
No, I think the women would win in that.
No, he's talking about the gorilla still. 50 and 50 versus
How
the
are
gorilla.
the women gonna women though?
Men versus one gorilla.
I think the men would lose in that circumstance.
No, Cap. So he's saying it's still 100 people, but
Yeah.
it's 50 men and 50 women against one gorilla.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is the physical men, the males, would lose out in that circumstance because the males
Because they're
would
gonna go
all
first.
out to try to protect the females.
Okay, I see.
And the females,
How are they gonna win
Okay.
though physically?
because
They're just gonna like he keeps saying they're gonna protect them, and the
Nigga,
men are just gonna run
you
straight.
put 50
Nah,
of my
but
bitches
how-
in there, she gonna win, nigga.
Nah, how
50
the-
niggas. She gonna be like, go on, Cap, go on, love you,
heard
baby.
what them, you
Do
heard
your
what them
thing.
niggas was saying though. It's
Oh,
like
you a man. Love you. You
I
do
was
what you gotta
saying-
do. You doing it for the babies, right?
I was saying it to
You know what you're gonna get when if you do that, right?
You going to heaven,
I was
nigga.
saying this. I was saying this shit to Cap the other day. I was like, yo, you can't hurt a gorilla. You could like with the thickness of their skin, even the strongest niggas, you can't hurt these niggas because they're built different than humans are. So
Yeah,
we're-
well, by the time our flesh figures all that shit out, them bitches gonna be like, this is what we gotta do.
Yeah.
without no
what it is.
weapons.
They gonna do something, man.
But in the meantime, in the
only
between
thing I can
time,
say,
Because we're gonna go all out. The 50 is not gonna just get knocked out in 5 minutes. It's gonna take,
It's gonna take
a
a while.
long time,
Yeah, it's
bro.
gonna be sad. It's going to be.
And gorillas
a lot
aren't
of
built for
carnage.
endurance
Yeah.
training or fights. They're built for the fast twitch, like speed,
Like
burst.
football
Yes,
players.
and
and everybody's not,
And
and
what I
everybody's not
researched is
gonna
that
fight.
when they get tired and hot, when their bodies overheat, since they don't sweat, they don't have the option to say, I'm going to take it a little easier to cool down.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
they have to totally shut down.
And that's when they're gonna
And-
get their
and
ass.
I don't
that's-
know, but I don't.
No,
yeah,
I don't
I'm
think
not
that's
a
when they're gonna
scientist.
get their ass whooped.
This
I'm
is
not a
how.
scientist,
Listen,
so
I'm
I
not a
don't know.
scientist either. I'm just a nigga that looked up proper information.
they'll fight to the
so
death.
we used to have long distance hunting
Till
as
they heart
human
burst.
beings because we used to hunt
It's an
animals.
animal.
Well,
That
we got
listen,
animals.
let me
We
finish.
have
Let me
weapons.
finish. I'm not. Just listen to what I'm saying for 5 seconds, bro. Because what I'm saying is they don't sweat like we do. So when their bodies overheat, they have to stop or they physically shut down. This is why human beings are the perfect predators because we're built for long distance hunting and running and training. We sweat. We dissipate the sweat. We sweat more. We dissipate it, which cools down and regulates our temperature. With animals, gorillas specifically, don't have that. So they can have long bursts, but once they get overheated, their body physically, just like you having no gas in your car, that's a
Your
fact.
fuel, baby.
When they have no gas, they have to shut down.
Gotta
And
fuel.
at that point,
We fucking that nigga up.
and that's why human beings are still here to this day versus all the prehistoric animals and ancient animals.
We wasn't around the prehistoric animals.
Well, listen,
There might have been one, two of
listen.
us.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
let me
speaking
take
of sweat,
prehistoric animals out of the equation. This is why we are still the apex predators on the planet.
Because we are smarter.
I said the planet.
thank you for catching yourself, sir, because I was damn sure fair.
Nah, I mean,
because physically we're more primed
It's
to
just
get it
we-
done.
Cat, you
Nah,
said a
we're-
couple
nah,
of words
we're-
that interested
we're
me a
smarter.
few seconds ago,
We're
right?
smarter.
You said a couple of words, physical
We're smarter.
and sweat. So
We
I'm
have
trying to
the
go home to my
capability.
wife and get physical, baby. Sweat. So in the meantime, in between time, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to Mindful James podcast, episode number what?
97.
96.
No, it's 97. Because last one was 96.
96?
Yeah.
Nobody was talking.
Yo,
to
that was
each
the
other.
perfect outro, and y'all fucked it up.
It was. It was great. And then, yeah, it's 97.
Episode 97.
Episode 97, man. We love y'all. We out of this bitch.
See you next week.
Podcasts connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.